Good afternoon, all participants. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our speaker, Dr. Rahul Bawane, sir, for third session of our FDP. Sir has graduated in the mechanical engineering from Rashtra Sant Tukadoji Maharaj Nagpur University in 2005, master degree in heat and power from SVPU Pune in 2014. He has completed Ph.D. in mechanical engineering from Sandeep University Nashik in 2022. Sir worked as a senior engineer at Endurance Technology Private Limited Pune from 2005 to 9. He is also having more than 15 years of teaching experience in various institutes. Currently, he is working as assistant professor in mechanical engineering department at PCCOER Ravet, Pune. Sir has many responsibilities like he is a vice president in Institutions Innovation Council. He is the coordinator in NAC and NBA. He worked as a convener in CIP-CIS conference 2019 and 20. He is having more achievements as like a recently sir got 38 lakh research grant fund from Science and Engineering Research Board under CRG, Government of India. He achieved world record of patenting 51 patents in a single day. This is the one of the biggest achievement which we all should applaud for that. And sir has generated more than 1 lakh rupees revenue. He has filed total 79 patents and registered more than 30 copyrights on his name. He is author in 3 books, including Applied Thermodynamics and Heat Transfer. He has published more than 17 research papers in national, international journals and conferences. He got Shane Best Scholar Award in 2020. He has created e-content of 69 hours and 137 education videos to help student and faculty community in the engineering field. With this introduction, I welcome you, sir, to our FDP, and I request you to start your session, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Biradar, sir. Thank you for your kind words. Let me share my screen. Okay. Hopefully, I am audible and my screen is visible. Presentation slide is visible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, welcome you all. Myself, Dr. Rahul Bawane. And first of all, I would like to say thank you to organizing team, Digvijay Patil sir, NCR, for inviting me for this FDP program, Research Paper Writing and Publishing. Today is session 3. The topic for session 3 is the patent publication and copyright. And I divided this total presentation in 3 parts. Of course, we will take a 2 or 3 minutes break in between each parts. So first part will be on patent laws and different rules. Second part is based on what is the patent form, how to write, what are the requirement, different heads. So that will be our second part. And third part is focus on copyright. So let's start. So our first part, that is based on patent laws and rules. So there are various laws and rules which regulate all the patents, and that laws tell us which is patentable and which is not patentable. So if I am going to elaborate which is the patentable things or ideas, so it will be a vast area. So in this presentation, I will show you which is not patentable, and rest of these, everything is patentable. So we will see what are the different laws under which our patent or innovative ideas or product get rejected. So once you come to know what are the laws, so definitely other than that, we can patent and get a grant for our innovations. So let's start today's presentation. This is a little bit brief about myself. Now, what is patent? And the biggest question is why we should go for a patent? Because we have a lot of responsibilities and workload. In between that, why we should go for any patent or creating any innovative ideas or product? Why should go for registering this patent and preserving our rights? So basic idea is to earn a lot of money. So whatever with the creativity, innovative ideas, product, so we must able to earn a money from that. Currently, we know that we sell our knowledge, efforts, time throughout the month, and we received some amount of money in return of our whole month efforts. But imagine if you succeed to sell or commercialize any single patent, then the money amount is a huge, because not a single patent get commercialized less than a crore. So it is a huge amount. So definitely to earn the money, but it is not restricted only to earn the money. It is also restricted other to make a money from our innovative ideas and creations. Otherwise, someone use our idea, our creation and make money for himself. So the patent laws restrict that, and all rights is given to the applicant only. So no one can use the that creation, and no one can make a money for himself unless he get a prior permission and licensing from applicant. So definitely the patent is a mean for earning a lot of money. This is one of the example I normally like to give this example. This simply a rhetometer pen. The refill is calibrated and it indicates how much ink is remaining or how much length of writing we can write. So it is simply a calibration of ink, and this invention is made by one third year student, mechanical student was there. So one day he got bored, so as usual he is nothing to do, so he take one printing page, A4 size printing page, and he just draw one line and don't know what he think. So he just interested to find out how much line he can draw. So he draw number of lines, and when the ink get consumed half, then he mark that refill and then counted the number of lines and convert into a kilometer. So he come to know when my refill is exhausted half, how much kilometer I can write. Likewise, he calibrated whole the ink barrel. Now this is the innovative thing. He come to know how much portion of ink get consumed. That means how much kilometer I can write. But he is not stopped there. He go for a patent, file a patent, get a grant, and by the year when he reached to final year, his patent get sold, purchased. And the purchased value is for 2.5 crore. So imagine a huge money. The student who is studying in a third year, he just file a patent and he is not making any prototype, any product. He just simply filed the idea of calibrating a refill, and this get sold 2.5 crore. So huge amount. So idea might be a very small, but the contribution of that idea and the market value will be the huge. Now the second example, this is a credit card. The first credit card which is made by plastic covers. Before that, the credit card or any debit card comes in a form of our regular papers which get damaged soon. the Chennai person, he's just make one piece of plastic layer by layer, and he found that this is having a good strength and durability. Then he filed one patent for this product, and this product got sold in 30 crore. Imagine the small piece of plastic gets sold in 30 crores, and within a 1 year that bank earned 70 crore profit on this. So it doesn't matter what is the smallest idea you have. If it is a innovative, it having a potential to give a lot of money, but unless you preserve the right for it. If you can't preserve the rights, government rights, IP rights, then anyone can use your idea, your creativity, and make a money for himself. So for this, we require a patent IP rights, so that for our creativity, only we can make a money, and we can stop other to make a money from our innovations. So IP are intellectual property rights. Why it is intellectual property rights? Because it does not require a prototype, physical, tangible product. If it is there, it is good. If it is not, then even you can file an idea and you can preserve the rights. But the IPR, especially talking about the patent, so it is only given for the product or the process. Other than these two, product or process, nothing can be patentable. So patent is only to mean for product or process, but it must be a innovative, and the creation must be through the human mind, human intellectual. It should not be a repeated. It should be a innovative, something new, which is new to the world. Then we can go for a patent, but only for either product or process. And whatever be the rights government given to us under this IPR, that rights are known as intellectual property rights. And whatever be the intellectual property in terms of product or process, that is our intellectual property, and the rights preserved against that, that is called intellectual property rights, IPR. So for any innovative idea, any product, any process, if you want to go for a patent, so the first main thing is that patent is only for product or process, nothing else. Now we will see what are the different intellectual properties. So intellectual properties, there are variety of properties, but today's presentation we focus only on patent and copyright. So in intellectual property, broadly it is classified as industrial property and second copyright. Copyright include a number of things: writing, musical work, audio clips, video clips, painting, any drawing, sketches, any algorithm, program, anything that can be copyrighted. But industrial property, first is patent, then design, then of course design means it is not a sketch or any artwork, it is regarding industrial design. Trademarks, geographical indications, trade secrets, all these are called as an industrial property. But today we are focusing on patent. But in brief, we will come to know what are the industrial designs, trademark, geographical indications and all. So geographical indications, and that means the rights given by the government to any product or process which are geographically identified, just like grapes belongs to Nashik. So we got a geographical indication rights, IP rights for Nashik grapes. So no doubt in other city also there may be a production of grapes, but they can't sell it as under the umbrella of Nashik grapes. If they do so, then they will suffer from a penalty. Similarly, Puneri Pagdi. then Nagpur orange. So they got all the GI tags, Kolhapuri chappal. So same kind of product can be manufactured anywhere, but you can't sell under this GI tag. You can't sell a Kolhapuri chappal anywhere. If it is a Kolhapuri chappal, then it belongs to a Kolhapur only, because it is having a GI tags, that is geographical indication. So GI tag is basically only the local wise famous things, product or process which uh, preserve their rights for that locality only. Next is a trademark. So trademark might be any symbol, any word, any color combination. So it is just representing your product, your brand, just like Micromax, that thumb symbol, or Maruti Suzuki symbol. So we don't require the complete name, specification, tagline. From the symbol, we can identify which is the brand. So every brand having its own symbol, and that symbol cannot be used by anyone else. But for that, we have to take a trademark rights. If you don't have a trademark rights, then that symbol can be used anyone else, and on the credit of your brand, he can sell his own products. To restrict that, there is a trademark. Then design rights. A very simple example for design rights, that is Bisleri bottles or water bottles, we can say. All bottles are belongs to 1 liter only, correct? Made from plastic, but none of 2 bottles can having the same shape, same design. Why? Because every manufacturer having its own design rights. Bisleri having its own design rights, then Kinley having, and different. All bottles are different from each other. Why? Because they are design wise, appearance wise different from each other, and every bottle having its own design rights. So no one can copy it. So everyone are free to manufacture a 1 liter bottle, but no one can copy the same design. Otherwise, suppose Bisleri is a well-known brand, so anyone can make the same type of bottle, same color coding, green cap, green label, and he can sell his water by the credit of Bisleri. So this kind of malpractices, infringement of rights should be stopped. For that, we have to get a IP rights, design rights. Design rights, especially design rights, is meant for the appearance, external, because fans are the fans, correct? But each and every fan having a different shape of blades. Basic function might be the same, but the shape, appearance are different, designs are different. So we can't go for the patent rights, because as a product, it is the same thing. It is a fan only. The working function principle is same, but its shape gets changed. So we can go for a design rights, not a patent rights. So for this, we can go for a design rights. Now the basic difference, many people come to me and ask me, sir, whether this is innovative and can I go for filing a patent? But most of the things are belongs to a discovery category, and patents are only given to the inventions. Inventions means where human mind is used, interfering of human intellectual. That is the invention. So we must differentiate between discovery and invention. For discovery, there is no IP rights. What is discovery? We know that Columbus searched the land, correct? So whether he search a new land, and in that search, whether human intellectual is there, or he just find the things which is already in mother nature. Whatever be the land he found, it is already there. He just come to know that there is a land. So it become a discovery. So discovery is a finding new which is already exist in Mother Nature. The creation is not depend on human mind. It is already there. We just come to right now that such thing is there. So it is called a discovery. It is not an invention. Then what is invention? So invention are those where human interfere is there, human intellectual part is there, human mind creation is there. So finding new which does not in existence before. It is not in a mother nature. It is created by human mind. That is invention. So phonograph, it is not there in mother nature. Edison created it. And for its invention, he can file a patent. So broadly, discovery, non-patentable. Inventions are patentable. And in invention, only product and process are patentable. Other are not. Now, what is then patent? We come to know that what is a geographical indication, what is trademark. Now, what is patent? So patent are the rights granted to only product and process. But there are some conditions. Your product or process must be novel. Novel means it must be a new and publicly unknown. If that innovative product is already in public domain, that means public know already this kind of new product is launched in market, and then you go for filing a patent, then patent get rejected because its first rule is it must be a novel. Novel means it must be a new and publicly unknown. First file a patent and then launch as a product. Second condition is it must be a non-obvious. There are many things. About 90% idea are obvious and it get rejected under this case. Non-obviousness. Your product or process must be a non-obvious. If it is obvious, it get rejected in the early screening only. And the third, the most important, whatever be the new product, innovations, inventions, it must be useful to society. And it must be patentable as per Patent Act. Many things may be useful to society, but as per Patent Act, it is not patentable. It doesn't mean your product cannot be sold. It having a selling value, selling potential, but it don't have the potential to get patented. We will come to know which are those products in next slides. Few slides we will catch up that part also. So basically patent is only for product and process, and for that the three conditions must be satisfied. One is a novel, it must be a new and publicly unknown. Second, it must be a non-obvious, and third is it must be useful to society, as well as it must be as per the patentable patent laws. Now we will come to know what is the product. This is the one of the product. Very innovative. I thought that it is a very innovative in 2018, and I am actually working on this for filing a patent, because at that time I don't know such product is already exist. So my idea was that whenever we use any compass to draw any arc or circle, so we have to use that compass, then we have to use the ruler scale, then on that scale or ruler we take a radius, and then we are drawing a circle or arc. So that time I thought that why not we given a measuring scale in compass itself. So obvious circular scale. So whenever I enlarge the two legs of this compass as per the angle, so it will give the proper distance between 2 points, steel point and pencil point. So angular displacement, I am going to calibrate in terms of mm. So directly I can use, suppose I want to draw 30 radius. So I will enlarge these two legs and make a position as per the 30 So the distance between 2 points will be 30 and I will able to draw directly arc. No need to go for or measuring the radius on ruler. So I thought that is a innovative. But when I search it, so it is already there as a product. The patent was filed in 1932. So I have to drop this idea. So many times we think this is the innovative, but we have to search it, whether it is already exist. And then it will be definitely going to reject. So we have to drop that idea. So this is about a product. Innovative product must be there. Then the process. Now, a generator, it is a well-known product. This generator is use animal urine to generate a power. 1 liter animal urine is used to generate a power for 6 hours. As a generator, as a product, it cannot be patented because this is already known. But as a process of generating power, it is different because no one use animal urine to generate a power. So power generation from animal urine, this process is new. So for that process, we can go for patent rights. As a product, it cannot be patented because generator unit is already known. As a process, it is patented. Nigerian patent is there. So patent is only for product or process. Now, the 3 conditions we are talking about, that patent and product, it must be a novel. Novel means new and publicly unknown. A very beautiful story is there behind this novelty. When the tricycle, first time a person who made this tricycle, first time he invented, before that there is no concept like a tricycle. So he made a tricycle for his kid. And when it is completed, so at the evening, he brought it to home and given to his kid. And his kid just ride it, go to the garden. And all the people saw that, wow, this is a new something toy for kids. And next day morning, he filed a patent for this tricycle. But some people who know that he filed something new patent, and this product a day before, we know that this such kind of product is there because they saw it in the garden. So they take an objection on this. Sir, this patent is filed on this day, but a day before we know that such kind of thing is existing, and his patent get rejected. So till date, there is no patent on tricycle. So your product is innovative, novel. It is only considered novel when it is publicly unknown. No doubt, nobody going to inquire whether this product is there or not. But some people might be in a close circle, might be due to the jealousy, or might be any other reason. If they take an objection and they prove that this kind of invention they knows the before the date of filing a patent, then your patent get rejected. That is the law, patent law. So whenever you have any new idea, don't disclose to anyone, not to publish in any journal, any paper, not to give any interview on any channel, or don't put on YouTube or anything. First, file a patent. If you leave any kind of evidence that this thing is existing before the date of filing, then your patent may get rejected. So that is the novelty. So it must be a new and publicly unknown. It should not be in public domain in any kind of media. Next, non-obvious. 95% patent or patent ideas come to me is based on the obviousness. And I always ask them, it should be a non-obvious. What is the meaning of non-obvious? Suppose one cylinder engine is there. Many bikes having a one cylinder engine. So it producing some sort of power. Now what happen if I provide a four cylinder engine to the same bike? Definitely that four cylinder engine will produce the more power than a single cylinder. If I provide a 12 cylinder engine to a bike, more power. 48 cylinder engine bike, the huge power. But whether I am able to go for a patent? No, because this is quite obvious. Four cylinder engine obviously produce more power than one cylinder engine. This is obvious. 12 cylinder engine produce more power than four cylinder engine. Obvious case. 48 cylinder engine produce the more power among all these three. This is obvious. So obvious things cannot be patented. Your idea, your innovation must be non-obvious. Then only it is having a potential to get patent. So obvious means it should not be the, you can say that, okay, this is the rule, this is the obviousness. So your patent, your innovations must be non-obvious. And then third category, that is, it must be useful. But only usefulness is not the criteria for a patenting. It must be patentable as per Patent Act also. Usefulness, poisons, very useful. We use many times poisons, not to kill a human being, but in other way also. Guns, useful for safety purpose. Knife for safety purpose. All these are useful things. But as per Patent Act, it is non-patentable. So if you create any innovative poison, or if you made any innovative gun or knife, so as per patent law, it is not patentable, even it is useful. So harmful to human, animal or plant, it is not patentable as per patent law. It having a sellable value. You can produce it, manufacture it and sell it, but you can't patent. Now, what are the different IP rights? Suppose there are the same brand, Prestige, pressure cooker. One having external locking, second having internal locking, one having a cylindrical body, one is oblique, correct? So what are the different IPs I can have for this pressure cooker? So first, patent. But patent will be granted only for locking mechanism, not for the container. Because pressure cooker is already existing. You invented the new locking mechanism. So only for new locking mechanism, you can go for a patent, not for the whole pressure cooker. So you get a grant or right reserve only for locking mechanism. Then design. Design rights only given for the aesthetic look. So one is a cylindrical, second is a oblique. So you can go for that shape of the container or handle. So design rights can be acquired for this. Then trademark. Even though the Prestige brand name is same, but the logo is different. One having a green color additional portion. So for that brand, we can go for a trademark. Then copyrights. So instruction manuals are there. Some manuals are double folded, some manuals are triple folded. Font size is different, color code is different, combinations are different. So for that, we can go for a copyrights. So for this single product, we can have these four different type of IPs: patent, designs, then trademark and copyright. Now, what is a non-patentable inventions? because it is very difficult to say what are the patentable things, because there are huge amount. So what are not patentable, if we come to know that, then rest of the thing are patentable. So what are the non-patentable inventions? So as per Patent Act, under section 4, no patent shall be granted in respect of an invention related to atomic energy. So anything related to nuclear energy, it is non-patentable. Under section 4, it get rejected. If you are saying that I am creating a nuclear reactor for energy source, okay, that is a good thing. You are not harming anyone. But you can't go for a patent, because Patent Act says atomic energy related any product, any process are non-patentable. So even though you are using it is for good purpose, for energy resources, but it is non-patentable. You can make it, you can sell it, but you can't go for a patent. It will get rejected. So this is the clear that atomic energy related any product or process are non-patentable. Next, what is non-patentable? So under section 3A, invention which claims anything against the well-established laws or natural or nature laws are non-patentable. We know that perpetual motion machine, if you belong to the engineering background, so we know that what is a perpetual motion machine. Perpetual motion machine, that means without consuming any energy, if it is giving output, that is called perpetual motion machine. So in a first picture, we observe that there is a huge water level. Due to that water pressure, the water can be flow and come as an outlet mouth of that pipe and again enter into the tank, and this will be continued throughout without consuming any energy. It will continually give the flow. So whether this is patentable? No, because already it is established thing, that is perpetual motion machine. So perpetual motion machine cannot be patented. It is against the law. Our law says that for doing anything we must supply some input, and this is against that law. So it is non-patentable, because that law is very established, well known. Next, natural's law. We know that by gravity everything fall down towards earth. If you invent some different product, different material which fly away due to the gravity, it is not falling towards earth. This is the innovative product, innovative material, but you can't go for the patent. If you go for the patent against these things, then under section 3A it will be rejected. So section 3A says any established laws or natural laws, if you are going against and want to file a patent, then it will get rejected. Next is the product for injuring a human, pistol, machine gun, knife. Machine gun is an innovative product, correct? But the mechanism is so innovative rather than your so-called two-barrel guns and all. So it is having a innovative and advanced mechanism, but still it is non-patentable because it is made for human injuries. Then we know that weed killer, unwanted grass. So there are chemicals. If we spread that chemical, so unwanted grass dies. But it is non-patentable. It might be useful, but it is non-patentable because it kills environment, plants. Mosquito coil, very useful. We use it, but it is non-patentable. Even though it is useful, but it is non-patentable. Why non-patentable? Because it is killing the animal, it is killing the plants, environment. So anything which harmful to human, animal or plants are non-patentable. Might be it is more innovative, but it is as per patent law non-patentable. Then non-patentable inventions, we know that adulteration, natural growing thing, natural growing speed, we hamper it by chemicals, bodybuilders using synthols to grow up their muscles. Or even though many times we saw that news that by injecting some chemicals, they grown up the fruits or vegetable throughout the night. So that is adulteration of natural phenomena, and such products are non-patentable. Now imagine if you grown up any fruit over the night. What is a profitable thing? The fruit which required about 3 to 4 weeks, you are grown it within a night by injecting some chemical, but it hamper the natural growth, natural law. So it is non-patentable. Illegal, even though you can say illegal. Now the next, what is non-patentable? Suppose you are doing some kind of new innovative tools or software, but that software or tool is made for theft, then it is non-patentable. Suppose you are making some master key, the key which can be used to open any lock, but the intention is to open any lock illegally, that is for theft, then it is non-patentable. So anything which is used for theft, it is non-patentable. Then section 3B, which is saying that the product for injury, human, pistol, machine gun, knife, nuclear bomb, anything. Then process of adulteration of natural growth or tools for theft. All these are considered under section 3B. And if your invention belongs to this category, then it will be rejected under this section. Next is discovery. So discovery is non-patentable. So under section 3C, invention which claims new finding from the mother nature, that is called the discovery, are non-patentable. COVID-19 virus. We are able to identify the COVID-19 virus right now. It doesn't mean 10 years before or 20 years before it is not existing. It might be existing, but our technology was not that much advanced to identify this COVID-19 virus. But it might be possible it is in mother nature. So it will be considered as a discovery, not an invention. But the medicine on this COVID-19 virus, it is made by human mind. That can be a patentable. Then another law, suppose there is a water in a liquid form. If we freeze it, then it become a ice cube, solid form. If we boil that water, then it will be converted into steam, gaseous form. If someone finding any fourth form of this particular water, H2O, so whether that fourth form, new invention or new finding, fourth form, is patentable? No. Under section 3D, it is mentioned that invention which have a new form of a known substance are non-patentable. So your research outcome come to know that there are fourth form of water, H2O, but it is non-patentable under section 3D. Next laws is mixing. So under section 3E, invention which have a mere mixing of two ingredients are non-patentable, two or more than two. And a very common example is a making of a tea. So it is simply a mixing. It is non-patentable. Why? Because some people prefer that black tea and then pour the milk. Some people make everything during boiling, and ready-made tea is poured in a cup. Some people prefer to dip that tea bag. So it is simply the making a tea. The sequence is different. So it is mere a mixing of two or more than two things. So it is non-patentable. So any recipe, it is non-patentable. So till date, none of the recipe is patented. It is a part of copyright. You can have a copyright for your recipe, but for patent, it is non-patentable, because any recipe is nothing but a simply a sequence of mixing the different contents. So any recipe is not patentable. Many students come to me, sir, I invented something new, but it is nothing but simply a rearrangement of two things, and that got rejected under section 3F. What is it? We know that a pencil and rubber eraser is there, correct? When we want to write something, we will use a pencil, and if there is any mistake, then we use a eraser to clear it. Now, after some time, we observe that there is one pencil which having a back end with a eraser part. So it is innovative. We don't require to carry the pencil and eraser separately, but it is non-patentable. It having a selling value. It come in a market. It sold out many times. It is innovative that time, but it is non-patentable. Why? Because even though we having the eraser on a back end of a pencil, but when we want to write, then pencil end is using, eraser is idle. When we want to erase, then eraser end is using, pencil is idle. And it is behaving same when we have a pencil and eraser separately. It is working in the same manner. When we write, only pencil is using. When we want to erase, only eraser part is using. So there is nothing new. It is simply the rearrangement. You just don't want to carry two things, eraser and pencil. So you attach eraser to your pencil. Only the rearrangement is there. Then it is non-patentable. It is get rejected under section 3F. Similarly, car dashboard, number of things, navigation, speedometer, then fuel measuring, and all gadgets are there. But every gadget working as its individual. Navigation work as it will be separated in mobile. It will be the working, it having the same kind of working. Speedometer work independently. They don't have interference in each other working. So it is independent. It will work, it will behave as individual, also in the same manner as in a group. So under section 3F, it is non-patentable. When it is patentable, when these two things interfering each other work, then it is innovative, and as per patent law, it is patentable. If during writing, eraser also interfering the writing work, then it is patentable. Right now, it is not, because each and everything working independently and in a group in the same manner, so it will get rejected under section 3F. So this is about patent laws, rules, regulations, what are the patentable, what are not. So other than all this, everything is patentable. Only the condition is either it is product or process, and three conditions must be satisfied: novelty, non-obviousness, useful, and as per the patent law. So session is open. This is the end of our first part. So is there any doubt, any questions? The session is open for 2-3 minutes, and then after we will go for the second part.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, means how to find whether our topic or our domains are in patent, means registered for patent.
Uh, that
I-
means you want to know that whether your invention is novel or already it is in there.
Yes, because everyone is saying, means we have heard that in Google Scholar we are searching our papers for literature survey and all other
Hmm.
purpose, and for we also have to search patent filed for
Hmm.
that means innovative works or
Correct.
novelty works. So how to find that work, whether it is patent filed patent or not?
Uh, Madam, it is not possible to find out uh, throughout the world because your patent get rejected if the same kind of invention is in America and you are inventing in India, so it get rejected. It should not be available throughout the globe. Then only it is innovative. And that much database, it is not possible to search. That means European patent search engine, then US patent search engine, China patent
Yes.
search. So many data are there. And it is not possible that we can find out all the database and then we come to know, no, my invention is new. Might be possible during your that much search, someone filed the patent for your innovator because so many minds are there in any country, any part of country, the same invention can be possible. So we are not bother about that. We are just check whether the similar kind of product is available in market or not. We have just check whether it is readily available in Google search engine, similar kind of patent or not. If it is not, then we filed it because there is no penalty that a similar kind of patent you are filing. It simply get rejected if it is same kind of work is there. So we are not bothered about that. We just file it. We 1 or 2 days we use to search on Google and other database. If we don't found anything similar work, then we file the patent. And rest part is a part of examiner, patent examiner. Examiner's duty is that he will search everything, every database, and if he found similar kind of any patent, he will raise the query. His same kind of patents are there. These are the list. These are the patent number, and you just reply me how your patent is different than this. So that is the part of examiner. We need not need to worry about it.
And sir,
Yes.
how to find means which papers or other things are patent in India? Are there
Hmm.
any links for finding out the patent in
All
India?
patents filed in India is on the available on the IP India portal. So you have to just type IP India patent search in Google. The patent form will be appear. There are number of terms, that is applicant number or by title or by date of filing or invention or keywords. To put anything and search it. So related number of patents will be appear.
Okay, sir. And related to Maharashtra is also other things. Means if IP
No, no,
Maharashtra is
no,
means search, so will it give all the Maharashtra patent filed?
no, madam. Actually, the patent is universal. Even though you file in Maharashtra, it will having an objection if someone similar kind of patent filing in America. So IP India. So throughout the India,
Okay, okay,
only
sir.
there are the territories defined. So
Okay.
we have only 4 offices: Delhi, then Chennai, Kolkata, and Mumbai. 4 offices for the convenience of peoples.
Okay.
But we receive the IP India. That means Indian patent rights only, not the Maharashtra wise, state wise. No.
Okay, sir. And sir, related to the papers, research papers. So
Hmm.
we need to go through Google Scholar only, or means we have to find the papers in that patent, or
No,
is it?
Google search engine is okay. That point I'm going to cover in a second part. That is a patent form.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
So yes.
Sir, I just wanted to ask if we have designed games by our students,
Hmm.
games or applications, are they coming under this patent law? Are they eligible for patent?
Sir, the strategy of game, it is not patentable. Innovative game product is patentable. Now we know that two people can play a chess, correct?
Yes,
If you design some chess where at a time 4 people can play a chess on the same board, then it is innovative. But if you design any strategy and if you want to go for a patent, then it is not possible, because if you got that right, so no other team can follow the same strategy. So for that, it is not possible. So okay, we will move on to second part within 2 minutes. So just give me a water break. I will be back within 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, shall we move to second part?
Yes,
Second
sir.
part is basically on what is the patent. That means we come to know that what are the patent laws. Now, if I want to write a patent, then how to start? What are the different heads? Which kind of information I have to put there? So all these things are in a second part. So after the end of second part, we will go for more questions. Okay. So let me share again. Okay, so second part is about patent forms. So there are some forms which are provided by the patent office itself, and that forms are just like a filling the blank kind of forms, where we have to fill some information, that is who is the applicant, what is the address, what is communication phone number and all, what is title, all this, just like a filling the blank kind of forms. So minimum requirement of forms are these. Please give me confirmation that slide is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. So form 1 is the application for grant of the patent. That means everything information is in our form 1. That means who is the applicant, what is the title, what is the address, what is the idea of that invention. Everything in a brief manner, it is available in form 1. It is just a filling the blank kind of form. It is provided by patent office only. If you go on IP India patent office website, so all forms are there available. You have to just download it. So form 1, which gives the variety of information about the applicant as well as your patent idea innovations. Form 2 is the form which we have to write. It belongs to all the invention, component, parts, its working, everything is in form 2. That is the main task. Remaining forms are only the filling the information. Form 3 is a statement or an undertaking. So as applicant, we and give the undertaking that this invention belongs to me and I am the first inventor of this invention. That is Form 3. And Form 5 is a declaration as to inventorship. Because many times what happen as an employee of any institute or organization, you have any innovative idea and you want to file that idea, but you belong to that industry organization. Organization says no, you are using all resources, all experience to develop this innovative idea from our institute or organization only. So whatever be the rights of this innovation will belongs to only organization. So in that case, inventor has to give the declaration to inventorship form. That means I am the original inventor, but I don't have any objection that this invention rights given to my organization. That kind of declaration is there. Then Form 9, request for publication. Now, cost wise, if we found that, so Form 1, details of all applicant and patent. Form 2, which is the actual working parts, components, everything related to your patent. Form 3, undertaking form. Form 5, inventorship form. All these 4 forms having a cost, patent office charges 1,750. It is in offline mode. If you file online, then it will be 1,600. But for filing online, you must have digital signature. Form 9, it is a request for early publication. That is the publication, but it is called early publication. It is just like a railway reservation in Tatkal. So if you want in a Tatkal position, then we have to pay something more. So early publication or request for publication, Form 9, if you submit it, then your patent will be published on IP India portal within a month. That means 30 days. When it is required, suppose I am a PhD scholar and I want to submit my thesis and where I want to include that my research or product or process is patented or I file the patent. In such time limited situation, I will go for this Form 9. So within 30 days, they will publish it and it will be available to everyone. If I put that patent idea in Google search, then that particular idea will be displayed there and it will be under the IP India. It will be confirmed that it is already published. Publish doesn't mean grant. It is just only to bring your patent in public domain so that you can show it. This kind of invention belongs to me and it is available. That is the publish, meaning of the publication. Paper publication, that means publish means everything process is end. Here publish means it is only bring into the public domain. It is not granted. For that, we have to pay 2,750 rupees extra. If we are not submitting Form 9, request for publication, then your patent will be published automatically after 18 months. That is the natural time period to publish any patent. If you are in hurry, then you must file a Form 9, then within 30 days, your patent will be published. But for that, we have to pay some extra money. Then Form 18, it is a very important form, that is an examination form, the request for examination. So Form 9, we said it is an optional form because it is completely depend on the applicant, whether he want to publish within 30 days or he having a sufficient time and he can wait for 18 months to get published. So it is optional. But Form 18, examination, it is similar to examination form. Unless you file this examination form and paid the examination fee 4,400, your patent will not be sent to any examiner for assessing. And without exam, your patent definitely not going to go for a grant. So 1715, you can file a patent. It will be available there. It will be live for 12 months. within a 12 month, you have to submit examination form with its prescribed fee. Then it will be sustained and it will be go to examiner as per its time period. If you fail to submit an exam form, then after 12 months, your patent will be lapsed. So we always prefer that fill all the forms at a time. Don't take a time that I will provisionally, I will file all the patent and after 6 months, I will go for examination. Why? So go with the examination form at the time of filing only. So overall, if we found that, so the complete patent filing charges are 8,900 only. And if we skip the early publication charges 2750, so one patent can be filed in a cost of 6,150. And you might be know that the many attorney or agents send you mail that we filed a patent for 40,000, 25,000, 35,000. That is not the cost. Actual India Patent Office asks only for this much if you are able to write a patent. So form 2 is the actual patent form, invention form. Other form are the filling the blank kind of form which is available on IP India website. Now we will go for what is the patent form 2, because remaining form, it is already written. We have to just fill the information. Our main work, our main patent form is a form 2. So what information we should add or write in a patent form, that is form 2. First is a field of the invention. Second is background of the invention. Third is prior art. Then fourth is objective of the invention. What are the objectives? Summary of the invention. Brief description of accompanying diagrams. Detailed description of the invention. That means the working of the invention. Then claim. Claim is the part for which you are asking the rights. Then diagrams. And then abstract. So these 10 head must be answered in your form 2. This is your actual patent invention information. Now, in a header, you saw that provisional or complete specification. Provisional means, that means you have any innovative idea and you can't wait to elaborate that idea, to work on that idea in more detail. You just want to reserve the right for your idea. But you don't end up your research. So complete detailing is not happen on your idea. So what you did, you just file a provisional patent. That means this is my idea and I am working on this and this having all these points. But that form don't have the claim parts because it is in working stage. It is not final. But you are just filing it so that no one can file it before you. That is called provisional. And provisional patent having all these details other than claim. Once you include the claim, that means I want the rights for these points. Then it become a complete specification. So if your patent form having a claim part, then it is complete specification. If it is not there, then it is called provisional. So it is just putting a handkerchief for reserving your seat. Such kind of thing is there, that is a provisional. In provisional specification, you have a time period of 12 months. Within a 12 month, you can go in a detail on your invention, make it complete, then go for asking the claims and file it again. But your filing date will be the previous one where you filed the provisional. So total 10 heads are there, and we have to put the information against all these heads. Whether your patent is for product or process, we have to mention all these heads. Let's see one by one. So we will go with one example, that movie Three Idiots, and everyone knows that that is a virus pen, astronaut pen, zero gravity pen, correct? So during my this part explanation, we are taking the example of that astronaut pen or zero gravity pen. So everything is in related to that pen. So that astronaut pen or zero gravity pen is able to write in zero gravity in any direction. That's when you can write in upward direction, then elevated, anything, because it is made for that, correct? So on the basis of that, I write a one patent, is a pressurized ink writing instrument like pen refill. This pen refill also able to write in a elevated direction, upward direction. We know that in a ball pen, mostly if we are trying to write on a elevated or vertical surface, after some time it is unable to write because ink cannot flow out through the tip, correct? So astronaut pen can write that. So similar kind of invention, I use a magnetic repulsion force to pressurize ink. Now, the most important, whenever you write any title to your patent, your title must be within 2 lines. Secondly, your title should be such that it reflect your invention. Now here, pressurizing, writing instrument, alike pen refill. So I am pressurizing ink of any writing instrument, alike a pen refill. That means currently I am writing for pen refill, but same kind of invention can be used in any writing instrument. So it should be a general. If I am saying pressurizing for pen refill, if the same mechanism someone using in board marker, imagine board marker, then I can't claim this invention belongs to me. Why? Because my invention mentioned that pressurizing for pen refill, and he will say this is board marker, it is different. To cover all the writing instrument, what I use, writing instrument. So pressurizing, writing instrument. So it may be a pen refill, it may be a pencil, it may be a board marker, it may be a permanent marker, it may be a whitener pen, anything which are able to write is covered under my patent. So same mechanism cannot be used in any writing instrument. If anyone use, then it will be penalized because this right preserved by me. But in explanation, I am using for pen refill. So my title is pressurized ink writing instrument alike pen refill. So with respect to pen refill, I am explaining everything, but it will be applicable to any writing instrument. So you must be cover the as much as area of your research which is applicable. Otherwise, someone use that gap for his own benefit. Just I did it. Astronaut pen, they don't use the magnetic repulsion force, and they don't mention it that ink can be pressurized by magnetic repulsion force. So that gap I use and I filed my own patent. Now the patent form will be like this. There will be a form 2, Patent Act and all this complete specification. If you are filing a provisional specification, then instead of complete, we have to write a provisional specification. Provisional means there is no claim part. Now, as I said, at least 2 lines title should be there. Pressurizing writing instrument alike pen refill, employing magnetic repulsion force. So everything is covered in my title, and title must be 2 line. Why 2 line? Because the software IP India software, where title is incorporate. It having a limited range of accommodating characters. If you write a 4-line title, so might be possible your half title will be there. Half title, because the limit of character is limited. So it must be within the 2 lines, and your title must be include overall idea of your invention. Then after title, there must be a name of applicant. And then at the bottom, a resident address. So this will be your first page. Second page. Second page, first is field of invention. Why it is required? The field in which this invention belongs to. Why it is required? Because the field of invention only indicate which examiner going to assess your patent. If my field of invention is automobile, so automobile expert will be assigned as an examiner to your patent. Suppose any medical field or pharmacy field person appointed as an examiner to your invention which belongs to automobile, how he can judge your invention? Then he will judge overall in general manner, and you fail to convince this is the innovative product. So field of invention is very important. To elaborate in which field your invention belongs, which field expert will be assigned as an examiner to your patent. What it include? So it should be in a broad manner. For example, for this pen refill, the invention lead to the field of physics. This invention relate generally to pressurized ball pen refill, correct? And more particularly, the present invention relate to ball pen refill which operate even in reverse elevated position by employing magnetic repulsion force to pressurize refilling. That means in a first sentence, I am not going to explain what is my invention. In first statement, we have to give the information about the field. For example, suppose I am the inventor who invent the tubeless tire. So my field of invention, my invention belongs to the automobile. In automobile, it is related to transmission system. More particularly, transmission system, it is belongs to tires, where I employ tubeless tire. So first I have to give the overall broad field. Someone belongs to electrical engineering, so field is electrical engineering. Someone belongs to pharmacy, pharmacy. So first line, and it will be narrow down, and in last, what is the actual your idea? It should be there. So this kind of information we have to write in field of invention. It might be one paragraph or 2 paragraph. Then second is the background of the invention. Now, it is not possible that you are the first one inventing in the same area. So what is the background of invention? It contains the previous attempt made by the related field, made on the related field to address the stated problem. That means there is some problem for which you are inventing something new product or process, but you are not the only one who is attempting this first time. There might be possible number of attempts are carried out before it. So what is the background of that? As I previously said, that tubeless tire. Suppose I want to write a background for that tubeless tire. So tubeless tire is the, now it is my invention, but someone already work on this tire concept and all this research work. So what is the background? So previously that wheels are made from stone, then woods, correct? Then as per the technology, it is converted into rubber to absorb the shocks. Then we found that there is a tube and tire kind of assembly. Now I am inventing tubeless. Why I am inventing tubeless? Because whatever be the previous attempt made by the many researchers having some problem. If they don't have any problem, then I am not going to invent something new. There is a problem, so I am inventing it. So our background of invention must be in line that no doubt before me there are many researchers, many applicant address this problem, but they facing these issues, their invention having this drawback, lacuna. So I am inventing this. That kind of information is in a background of invention. So our pen refill, ink writing instrument alike pen refill fail to operate in reverse elevated position. That is the problem. Normal pen, we can't write in a reverse elevated direction. Ink cannot be flow out. Then mechanical, I found that when I search my patent. So there are one mechanical arrangement is there. Mechanical arrangement, at the end of refill there is one spring, and in front of spring there is one spherical ball, and spherical ball pressurizing the ink. So as the spring tension, as your ink get consumed, spring get expanded, and due to spring tension, spherical ball always apply the pressure on ink. So ink is able to flow out from the tip, even though I am writing in a reverse elevated direction. That kind of one invention was there. But what happened? All these mechanical parts having a rigidity. After some time, spring cannot exert a pressure. So that is not become popular because mechanical parts are there. Then another, that writing medium which using a pressurized gas, that is astronaut pen, nitrogen gas is used there. So as you are writing with that instrument, so your ink get consumed and nitrogen gas expanded and continuously exerting the pressure on that. So that is a good, that is used in astronaut pen, but the cost is very high because we require a refill in a completely closed vessel. There is a chances of leakage of nitrogen gas. There is a difficulty in filling the compressed nitrogen gas in that astronaut pen refills. So it is innovative, but it having some issues. And because of all these issues, it is not economical even though. So I am inventing this. However, the mechanical pressurized device was a combination of number of elements which did not permit the successful operation over a sustainable period of time. After some time, spring cannot exert the same pressure. And gas pressurized device, the common failure criteria is the leakage of pressure. So there are many attempts happened before my invention, but all attempts having some lacuna. We have to mention all this background. Next is the prior art. As the madams asked me, that part is included in this prior art. Prior art means this contain the evidence, proof of previous documented work in related to your patent. A previous documented work, that means similar kind of any journal publication, any conference publication, any news coverage, or any other patent. So we have to give that proof. No doubt, everything having little bit similarity, but your invention must be somewhere innovative than other. If it is exactly matched the same, then drop your patent idea. So prior art is the search of previous documented proof related to your invention. For my case, I searched it and I found that US patent, that 3285228 anti-gravity pen, which is filed in 1966. This patent says there is a compressed gas used to pressurize the ink. I found this patent. Similarity, this patent also claim for pressurizing ink. I am also claim for pressurizing ink. But they pressurizing ink with the help of compressed gas. I am not. That is my novelty. So in prior art, we have to explain what we found. We found this patent number, this title, this filing date. It is observed that there is a need of development of some mechanism which can help in pressurizing pen ink as proposed in the invention, wherein novel feature of magnetic repulsion force is used to pressurize writing instrument. That means I am honest, I am giving the information. Such kind of pen is already there with this patent number. But what happened in that invention, this is the different from my invention. I am using magnetic repulsion, which is not included in his patent. So I am giving the prior art in terms of evidence, and as well as I am explaining what is the different of my invention, what is the novelty of my invention. If you are not going to give it, then definitely examiner will raise the query against this. He will send you examination report with this patent number, and he will ask explanation against this. So it is better to give the explanation in before. That is called the prior art. How to search the prior art? That is also the very important. So there are a number of patent search engine, that is European, US, then China, then European, Indian, and we don't have that much access to search all the database. So the best option is use the Google search engine. How to search? The complete title of your invention. Just put the keywords of your invention. Once you put the keywords of your invention, but during putting that keywords in Google search, you just type patent underscore, whatever be the idea. Suppose patent underscore anti-gravity pen. As you hit the search button, number of patents will be there. Don't read each and every. You just read the titles. If any titles give the idea similar kind of your invention, then only open it. And after opening that patent, don't read everything. First, check out the diagrams. A diagram elaborate everything. If a diagram saying the same kind of invention which you are proposing, then drop the idea. If a diagram is different, then read the abstract. And from abstract and diagram, we come to know that this patent is somehow different than our proposed invention. So we can go for that. So that kind of, so such kind of prior art, use a Google search engine, because Google search engine will show all patents, European, United States, Indian, everything. If you go with a specific US patent search engine, only US patent search patents only display. European patent search engine only show the European patents. Rest it will not show. So it is the best option. Search on Google's search engine. Just only put the patent underscore, whatever be the keywords. So irrespective of European, US, Indian, China, it will show the related keyword patents. The fourth point, objective of the invention. So it is not difficult that to explain what are our objective for this proposed invention. So we have to write down. But if there are more than two objectives, so always remember any invention having the first preliminary objective. So writing style should be this one. There are some limitation of writings. It is not a general literature part. So the blue wordings must be the same. You can't change it. Preamble. The preliminary objective of this invention. This must be the same for any invention. This is the writing style. E is to provide a mechanism which can use a magnetic repulsion force to pressurize the writing instrument like pen refill. So whatever be your invention, when you write any objective, any invention, so there will be a first main objective. So write as a preliminary objective of this invention. If there are secondary objective, then another objective of the invention. This is the writing style. We have to write in this way only. Second para, another objective of the invention. Don't give the bullets 1, 2, 3. No, it is simply a paragraph. Another objective of the invention is to provide a writing instrument like a ball pen which can work at any angle and any elevation position. If suppose any invention having a third, 8 another objective. So like this, we have to mention our number of objective. Don't mention all the objective in a single para. This is the writing limitations of patent. Next, summary of invention. Now in a summary of invention, be careful. Don't elaborate everything. Don't elaborate your invention. It is just summarize. So summary of invention, brief description about your idea, your invention. It is not the actual working and working principle and everything. It is simply the summary. What you invented, how it will work, and what will be the output in very brief manner. It is not the elaborative, descriptive manner. So it is within one para or 1 and 2 para at the most. But it is not including how it works. What is your patent? That part is the summary of invention. Then 6 is a brief description of accompanying diagram. Now there is one rule in patent writing. Patent diagrams are drawn on separate page. It is not like our regular writing, that's we write some lines and then put the diagram, then below that again some description. No, it is not. Diagram page is separate. How to write? The details of diagram and the number given. Second rule is, in patent diagram, if it is a flow chart, then only we have to use the words. Other than flow charts, we have to only use the numbers. Diagram having the numbers. So you might be observed that now if I show any diagram, it having numbers. And what it include? It is about the description of diagram. It is not a diagram. So diagram page is separate where we draw that diagram, system, mechanism, and we given a numbers. And in this section, we are explaining what it means. So in the figure 1, whatever be the diagram I mentioned, there figure 1. And figure 1 is cross-sectional view of proposed invention of writing instrument alike pen refill, ink. Pressurized using magnetic repulsion force. The number indicated, because in on diagram I just give the numbers. So first I just give a preamble, what is the figure 1, and then each number I have to elaborate. A reference numeral 1 relate to casing. Suppose for that refill casing is there, I am giving the number 1. Now this writing style will be the same. Reference numeral 1 relate to casing. Now after that casing, we have to elaborate what is the meaning of casing. 1 or 2 lines. If you are not elaborating here, then there will be a second section, terminology. In terminology, you have to explain what is casing, what is nozzle. Because nozzle, it is a very common thing, nozzle. But it is a nozzle of what? Turbine, any pipe section. It is related to my pen refill. So I have to elaborate what is the meaning of nozzle in my invention. So whatever be the numbers I am given in my diagram, I have to explain here. A reference numeral 3, it is related to end cap fixed magnet. Then what is the end cap fixed magnet? I have to write in two 2.5 lines descriptive. So likewise, that will be a brief description of our diagrams. Here we are not mentioning diagram. It is on separate page. Here we are elaborating what are the different numbers, meaning what are the diagrams. That is the briefing here. 7 point, detailed description of the invention. Now, this is the actual working. Till now, whatever I using this headings, detailed description of invention and all, you don't have a choice to change it. You can't write working of invention. No. You can't say detailed description dash. No. These are fixed. Detailed description of the invention. You can't change it. All heads, all headings must be the same in your patent draft. Detailed description of the invention. Here we have to write the complete working. If any manufacturer, if any company is interested in your patent, then as he open your patent form, obvious through IP India patent search, so he must come to know how your invention going to work. That much detail should be there. Then and then only he will be interested to purchase your invention, your patent. But there is a one restriction in a writing style of working. The working of the mechanism of system which is proposed, we have to write here. But the limitation is the blue color detailings. It will be always started like this. The invention will now be described in relation to accompanying drawings. Because drawing page is different. Briefing of that drawing details are different page and working on different page. So we are in relation to that drawing page explaining here. The invention will now be described in a relation to the accompanying drawings, in which figure 1 illustrate. Suppose there are 3 figures. So figure 1 illustrate this, figure 2 illustrate this, figure 3 illustrate this. So with these 3 figures, I am explaining the working. That is the simple meaning of this. Illustrate, figure 1 illustrate a mechanism use. Now, what figure 1 illustrate? A mechanism use of magnetic repulsion force to pressurizing of a writing instrument alike pen refill. Why I am using alike pen refill? Always, whenever it is, we have to use a writing instrument alike pen refill, because many patents are misused. If I am inventing some cap, innovative cap for pen, ball pen, so that my pen, ball pen will not damage or something innovative technology I am using, and I am writing that I am inventing this cap for pen. If the same kind of mechanism is used as a cap for pencil, then you can't claim it. This is my invention, because he will claim that you are mentioning it is for your pen, cap for pen. Make it cap for pencil. If someone making cap for marker. So we have to generalize the word. Don't use the cap word. Use enclosure. Enclosure, it means everything. Enclosure of tiffin box, that is the lead. Enclosure of nuclear fuel carrying case. Again, it will come under your patent only. So you are mentioning enclosure of pen refill. Enclosure, alike pen refill. But that invention belongs to everything, wherever enclosure is used. And if someone copy your invention for that particular product, then it will become under your patent only. Otherwise, your patent is restricted only to pen cap. So we must be generalized. So I am each and every time I am writing that pressurizing of writing instrument alike a pen refill, because I am explaining in reference to pen refill, but it will be applicable to all writing instrument. Now in detailed description, the starting will be the same, that blue color words. Then what is the limitation of writing? Whenever there is any part name is there for which you are given a number. So for casing, I am given a number. So whenever casing word comes, I have to put that number 1 in bracket. So any manufacturer, it is read like this only. Ki a ball pen refill casing, drawing page. Okay, this is number 1. That means we are talking about this. And what is casing? So a brief description. This casing means this part. So it will be read simultaneously with your drawing page, with your brief description of your diagram and your detailed description of invention. So this is the restriction. We have to mention that particular number if the same word is there for which we are allotting some numbers. So a ball pen refill casing. So I put a 1 number. Is a cylindrical barrel which have provision to fix the end cap fix magnet. For that, in a diagram I am mentioning 0.3. So here I put the 0.3 at rear end and pen nozzle. For nozzle I am given number 2. So whenever any part is mentioned, and for that part you allot some number, so that number should be mentioned there. So likewise, we have to write all the invention, how it is working. That is our detailed description of the invention. The most important claim, the technical part, legal part, for which you are getting a grant, for which you are asking for preserving your rights, that is claim. Now, whatever you write in this claim part, only for that you get the rights. There is no provision that, oh sorry, this is by mistake I mentioned this, but I want to mean this. No. As per word, whatever you mention, if your patent is granted, only for that mention words and meaning, it will be granted the rights. So in claim part, the point where applicant want to preserve own rights for the said invention. Now how to write? So this is on separate page. Again, it must be started I if a single applicant is there, and we if number of applicants are there. I or we claim. What I am claiming? So first claim is always for your complete invention. Might be your invention having a more than 2 or 3 parts, no innovative parts, but including all invention, it is first claim. A pressurizing a ball pen refill employing magnetic repulsion force, the said mechanism comprising. Why we are saying the said mechanism? Because all the mechanism we explain in detailed description of invention. So here we have to say the said mechanism. So whatever be the parts, component and working, explain in a detailed description the said mechanism comprising. Don't ever use the phrase consisting. Why? Because consisting phrase is a close phrase. That means if I am saying a pen consisting, a refill, casing, a spring. So consisting means closing. Now hereafter I can't change it. Comprising means minimum pen, refill, spring. But it might be some part get changed. So it is open phrase, comprising. That means when I am filing this patent, there are the requisition of refill, casing and spring. But in future, 5 years after, the pen writing instrument maybe evolves something different, and it requires some 2 or 3 more parts. Then that invention again belongs to our patent only. So we are using comprising. That means so on, just like a so on or etc. It is the meaning of that. It is an open phrase. So mechanism comprising, always use the comprising. Don't say mechanism consist or consisting. Then you don't have choice to add any other part, new part. Comprising. What comprising? A ball pen refill. That is given number 1. with end cap fixed magnet 3. So all parts I am mentioning here, and all these parts collectively making that pressurizing ball pen refill using magnetic repulsion force, and I am claiming for that. So if my patent get grant, so for this pen refill I am preserving my rights. And comprising, so if any part gets changed in future, then also it will be included in my patent only. Suppose in future sliding magnet gets changed, there may be some different magnetic fluid is I am using to pressurizing, then also it will be come under my claim only. So I am using comprising. Suppose I want to claim for two different parts. I made one invention, but in that invention, suppose there is some small part is there, which is also novel. So I can claim for that also. A system has claim in claim 1. That means the first claim which having the whole product, whole process. So a system has claim in claim 1, wherein we can't change this sentence for second claim. Because whatever be the product or process, we claim in first. Now, the part of that product or process we are claiming in second. So a system has claim in claim 1, wherein the second, whatever be the invention is there, we have to mention that. So likewise, third claim, fourth claim, up to 10 claims, the fees, whatever I explained, it is included. If you are going for 11th claim, then 300 rupees are extra for each claim after 10. So try to limited your claim within a 10 only. So this is a claim part. And for this statement only, you are going to preserve your rights. Next, diagram. So diagram, it contains the schematic, block diagram, 2D diagram, 3D diagram, flow chart, everything. But flow chart is there, then only you can use the word, otherwise numbers. So how it look like? At the top, total number of sheets and sheet number 1. Suppose my invention having a 3 diagram. So total number of sheets 3. Sheet number 1, this diagram, cross-sectional view of writing instrument. Total number of sheet 3. Sheet number 2 having this diagram. Suppose top view of this. Sheet number 3, suppose side view of this. So likewise. So each sheet only one diagram. Don't include 2 diagram on a one sheet. Each diagram separate. And diagram having only numbers. And these numbers already explained in brief description of accompanying diagram. So this is our diagram page. And the last is abstract, which is visible to any manufacturer. And if he is interested, then he will open your remaining part of form. When I say patent is published, so this information is actually published. It is available to everyone. What it contains, so first is title, then brief explanation, abstract. Everyone knows that what is the meaning of abstract. The condition is that we must write that abstract in a single sentence only. That is the limitations. But in India, we know that we don't believe in limitations. So many people write abstract also in 2 or 3 lines, 2 or 3 sentence, paragraph. Actually, abstract required a single sentence. Single sentence means only one full stop. All the information you can gather together also as, however, whatever be the phrase you want to use, but only one full stop. It might be a 2 paragraph literature, but only one full stop. That is the abstract. And with abstract, any one most correlating diagram should be included. Might be you have 3 diagrams, so most correlating diagram with this abstract you have to include in this abstract page. This information will be published. So these are the 10 points. And as you file your patent, this certificate, this is called the acknowledgement receipt or acknowledgement certificate. Here everything is mentioned. Who is the applicant, what is the docket number, what is the date, and time with second. So here on this IP logo, intellectual property logo on right hand side, it is mentioned date and time. So 1:07:35 seconds. So if anyone come with the same invention on 36 seconds, his patent get rejected because of my patent. And all the details are given here. 1715, these 4 forms. 2750 for early publication, form 19. 4400, that is examination form 8900. This will be your patent acknowledgement certificate. You can mention everywhere, because granting patent, it required 2 to 3 years. Till then, this is your certificate, confirmation of patent filing. Thank you. So this is the end of our second part. The last part, it required 10 to 15 minutes. So is there any question? On patent form, otherwise we will move on to our second part. So last part is regarding our copyright. So no question. It's okay. We will move on to our last section, that is copyright. So copyright, total slides I prepare about 15. So copyright, mostly I'm just taking the copyright about the literature work only, because we belong to that community where we focus on any technical article or literature or book chapters and all. Correct. So I am not going for artwork or videography or audio clips, because all belongs to copyright, but it having a different charges. For literature or dramatic work, literature, that means any thesis, any paper, any article, dramatic work, any story, any play, script, all this come under the single head, literature / dramatic work. And for that, copyright charges are only 500. So in a 500, you can copyright your literature or dramatic work. For video clips, even it is a 1 second video clip, it charges 5,000. So copyrighted material to material, the charges are different. For literature and dramatic work, it is 500 only. Let us see what is the copyright. Copyright allow author, musician, artist to make a money of their original work. We many times heard that this story belongs, that movie story belongs to this writer, and it is stolen by some other production house. So these kind of things are stopped by copyrights. What we can copyright it, and who will be the author of that? So literature or dramatic work, the author will be who wrote that literature or dramas or plays. Musical work, the composer is the owner for that copyright. Artistic work, that means any painting, any artwork, artist is the owner. Photographer is the owner. Video clips, cinematographic, film producer is the owner, not the director, not the actor. Film producer is the owner. Sound recording, the producer is the owner. Singer cannot claim this is my sound, my song. The producer is the owner of that song. So these are the owners for different, and we are focusing only on literature and dramatic work. Which kind of rights offered by the copyright? So right to produce the work. That means suppose I want to print my literature work, I can, because that is my own. But someone else cannot produce it as a book, as a publishing article. He cannot publish it because it is copyrighted by me. Correct? Then I can make a copy and make a sale. I can assign this work to any publisher to print it, because this is my own copyrighted, my own right preserved work. Then what is the tenure period? For patent, it is 20 years. Remember, after 20 years, it come in a public domain. So you might be heard about uh, generic medicines. Why it is so cheap? Because whatever be the patented medicines are there, its patent get expire after 20 years. So after 20 years, anyone can manufacture. So that become generic. Its cost so so small now. So we can have it because the patent is expired. So copyright, its lifespan is 70 years.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Sir, we can't see your presentation slides, sir. Can you share the slides?
Okay, sorry. That's means sharing. Sharing is not there. Extremely sorry. I just forgot to share my screen. Okay, is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, the copyright is having a lifespan of 70 years of individual. That means if I am the owner of copyright, then throughout my life, 70 years. And if it is a corporate authors, then 95 years. And if it is unpublished, then that copyright will last to 120 years. Then how to file copyright? There is no method. Previously, it is offline mode. We have to send all copyright literature in an envelope to CDs and everything to Copyright Office Delhi. Now it is everything become online. Now how to file online copyright? It don't require even a digital signature, just like a patent. Patent online filing is available, but we require a digital signature. It don't require copyright. So just go in a Google and type it Copyright Office India. Then this page will be open where the first option will be the Copyright Office. Just hit that Copyright Office. So this home page will appear. In this home page, on a left hand side, just below the home, we saw that online services. First option is e-filing of copyright application, but it remains inactive. That key is not active. Active key is below that, registration of copyright. So if you hit that registration of copyright form, then we will shift to this login page. If you don't have in your own login, because whatever be the literature work, whatever be the communication, whatever be the hearing notice or examination notice or any queries raised by the examiner, everything we have to upload through this portal only. So we have to create our own login and password. If we are a new one, so here new user registration, hit it, fill some basic information and generate your user ID and password. Once your user ID and password is generated, then put it. So once you get login, so your portal is open. Now on the left hand side, home, then below whatever be the applicant, because you are login now, your name will be appear, and below that online services. Now here e-filing application, just the next option, online services, e-filing application is active. Now it is active. On this page, whatever be the copyrighted till date you submitted or it get registered, all information will be here. If anyone raising any query, examiner, discrepancy report, that is called discrepancy report. So to reply that, there is a blue color wordings are there, upload discrepancy reply. So if you hit that key, so there will be a report information, and there will be a one tab to upload your reply. So everything will be managed and controlled through this your portal only. Now for new filing, so online services, below that e-filing of application, now it is active. Just hit that e-filing of application, then we will enter to this page. It gives the steps of online filing copyright registration form 1, 2, 3, 4, and patent office, copyright office address. And at the bottom, there is a one red highlighted key. Click here for online copyright registration. So we have to hit that. So we will enter to actual forms. At the top, step 1. Step 1, it is brief description of applicant. So it is just a filling the blank kind of form, where the name of applicant asking, nationality, address, then somewhere it is asking the title of your copyright, then category of copyright, whether it is literature, whether it is video clip, whether it is artwork. So likewise, whatever be the information it asks, we have to fill it. Once you hit the literature work, then key related to other article, other copyrighted material, automatically deactivate. That means when you going to enter that information, it is deactivated. So some key are automatically deactivated. If you choose the particular information, then different other things are deactivated. Once you fill all the information, and at the bottom there is a one key, save. Hit it, save. It will shift it to step 2. Step 2, having some brief information. Again, same number of applicant, the name of applicant, corresponding author, who is the that address, locality, nationality, all this. At the end, again, there is a save button. If you save it, then it will move on to next step, statement of further particulate. If your work is already published, that means you are just you are saying that changing the language. That means English literature is there. You are just converting into Marathi or Hindi or Telugu, any other language. That is not your original work. You are just translating it. So if you choose that, it is not your original work, you are translating. So some keys are get activated where original work is published, who is the original author, like kind of information. Step 3. Otherwise, if you choose that it is my original work, then many keys are get deactivated. No need to give the information about that. So step 3 is almost that kind of information. If you hit this is my original work, many keys are get deactivated in step 3. Then you have to hit only at the bottom, that is save and next. Then next, payment. So it will shift to your payment mode. Then there are number of options: credit card, debit card, then QR codes and all, UPI and all. So when you follow the process, ultimately there will be a 500 charges. And once you complete your process, then you will receive one ID, that is number, but it is application number. Just like here, form first 26390/2022-CO, Copyright Office, L for literature. So this number will generate. And once this number is generated, then there is one key where it is asked to upload your literature work in the form of PDF only. So if you want to copyrighted your PPT, convert into PDF. Excel sheet, convert into PDF. Word file, convert into PDF. And that PDF file should be uploaded through that tab. So copyright, make a payment, and after payment there will be a upload literature work. Hit that button, browse your file, upload it, but it must be in PDF form only. After uploading, it will be in a state of submitted copyright. Examiner will assess, but there is a buffering period of 30 days. After 30 days only you receive any reply from examiner. 30 days, no communication will be there. After 30 days, you will reply whether there is any query, any discrepancy, you have to reply that. So for that, if you belong to any institute, don't mention the institute name unless it is required. If you mention institute name, then you have to provide a NOC from institute that this person belongs to my institute and he is going to file a copyright this title. We have to take that NOC certificate and we have to upload there. Then only they will process further. Otherwise, it will reject it. So my suggestion is don't mention such things where we required NOCs. If you are going to copyright your suppose one paper, and in paper you are mentioning a number of references, this and all these references, it is not possible to asking the NOC. So during copywriting that paper, don't include the references part. Otherwise, they will raise the query. Please submit NOC from these all researchers whose literature you refer in this document. So don't use that references part. So once you upload your document, it will appear in submitted. If there is any hearing, then hearing date and link will be provided. If they ask to upload the revised document, the red keywords, that is upload work and document. So we have to revise and upload there. If any query raised, it will be under upload discrepancy reply. If examiner gets satisfied, then after your query 15 to 20 days, you will receive one certificate, such kind of certificate. So your provisional application number get changed into registration number, that is literature, one particular number, then applicant, then title and all this, and with a seal of Government of India. This literature belongs to you only. Now hereafter you are authorized for this your literature. It might be a PPT, Excel, any word. Thank you. Now any question, any queries? So from my side, my content is over. Okay, over to Digvijay Patil, sir.
Good afternoon, all. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked really hard to make this session successful. I'm Vijay Dabhade. On behalf of Nutan College of Engineering and Research, extend my sincere thanks to our guest speaker, Dr. Rahul Bawane, sir, who spent time from his schedule to grace this faculty development program. Today, we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts on this. This will surely encourage us in all our future research work. Your deep and intellectual way of imparting knowledge about patent publication and copyright added the glory of FDP. Today we have got lots of information which will truly help us in research area. Last but not least, I would like to thank to all the participants for listening patiently. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.